Water is a basic human right. Everyone deserves access to clean drinking water, no matter what our race or color is, or how rich or poor we are.
The right I'm fighting for is safe education emotionally for people who don't feel very represented in our schools.
I'm fighting for the right to have somebody listen to me and to have somebody to talk to because of mental health.
I am fighting for children's rights to a clean environment.
National Child Day is November 20th. It's a day that recognizes that every kid in Canada has the right to be treated fairly, no matter where they live, the color of their skin, their religion, language, or gender. In fact, children's rights are protected by this international law. It's called the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Canada signed the international agreement around 30 years ago. Almost 200 other countries have also signed. So, what are your rights? Well, they can be sorted into a few different buckets. Number 1, you have the right to access healthy food, safe water, and the best medical care possible. You also have the right to a clean environment. Number 2, you have the right to get an education and to play. If you have a disability, you have the right to get extra support. Number 3, you have the right to be protected from violence, abuse, harm, and exploitation. That applies to both your body and your mind. Number 4, you have the right to be listened to and respected. You're allowed to have a say in the decisions that affect you. Here's another thing you may not know. There are kids in Canada who feel that their rights are being ignored. These teens are fighting to change that.
There's First Nations communities in Canada that are living in third world conditions. Some of these communities over 25 years without clean drinking water. They have to use bottled water every day. And the way I look at it is like there's kids that are my age and younger that grew up not knowing what it's like to drink water from a tap or have it for everyday uses.
I saw that my school wasn't taking serious some things that I found were racist. And that paired with police officers in schools that were coming in with their full armor, like as a position to be education resources, didn't make me feel safe because historically police have not always treated everybody equally.
I was a pretty shy kid, didn't have a lot of friends, and I kept my feelings to myself. A lot of times I felt alone. I didn't have anybody to talk to, and as I grew, that did take a toll on me. And I soon learned that I needed to talk to people to improve my mental health.
I am one of 15 youth plaintiffs suing the Canadian government for their actions regarding climate change. We are suing them for the ways in which they are perpetrating the climate crisis and their inaction to solve the climate crisis as it affects our rights as youth and as citizens of Canada.
These teens say Canada still has a ways to go when it comes to upholding children's rights. In the meantime, they say they're going to keep pushing to make sure that laws, like this one, are honored. Check out cbckidsnews.ca for more on these young activists and what they're fighting for. For CBC Kids News, I'm SAARA CHAUDRY.